You're not stuck, you're drifting. And it's been happening silently. Identity drift is the primary mechanism behind most failures. Let me explain. Identity drift is when you know who you're supposed to be and who you're becoming, and yet you're not aligning it with that in your thoughts, your actions, and your results. And the reason behind that is because your awareness can't just be the only thing understanding that, hey, this is my end goal, this is my end goal, this is who I'm going to become. It can't be the only thing driving you to become that. When you're aware of your problems, but you don't do anything about it, it's not your fault. It's an identity issue. You can become aware, but you have to implement, integrate, and that's different. All right, so there's three layers. There's thoughts, there's behaviors, and environment. Every day, you need to guide your thoughts, guard your focus, and make sure that it's focused on the identity that you want to be and who you're becoming. Not who you've been, not who you are today, not what you think your limitations are, but who you could become potentially. Guide your thoughts towards that and align your actions with that behavior. Place yourself in environments, align your actions with that thought process so that your behaviors and your identity and your thought process are aligned as one. And place yourself in environments where that becomes natural. You need to go work out, go to the gym. People are already doing that. You need to get work done, go to the library or a cafe. Put yourselves in environments where you know that the identity version you're trying to become is already acting upon and that all people are already doing it in your environment. It becomes that much easier. And you already know that you're aligning with it because you're not going to be distracted when you're in those environments. So, next part, how identity inconsistency compounds. Listen, your identity, if you keep going this direction and you're supposed to go this direction, maybe if it's not even that extreme, if you're supposed to go this direction, but you slowly veer this way, right now it looks like nothing. But over time, it keeps going and growing. And at some point, you're going to miss your target all completely. That's like having a ship that you're riding in the ocean and you go 1 degree to the left instead of 1 degree to the right. And now you're completely off course because your target audience or your target landing space is 100 miles away, and you're literally not even in the same direction you're supposed to be in. That's why it's so imperative that you know exactly where you're going and have an understanding of what that looks like, and then you act on it. Excuse me. Motivation cannot correct drift. You cannot wake up every day and say, "Oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be this." Motivation alone will not carry you through the things that are becoming difficult, that are challenging you, that are pushing you back, that are resisting you, right? The only thing that's going to carry you is the identity of that mindset, of that individual, the emotions of that individual, the actions of that individual. Because when you align your identity the right way and you believe this is who you're supposed to be, you naturally do the actions, you naturally have the thoughts, you naturally have the results of that individual. It's not difficult, but it is hard if you don't know what you're doing. All right. So how does identity realignment work? Identity realignment works like this. Well, for me, there's 5 steps, right? You got to realize what the problems are, create your ideal you, anchor the meaning behind your ideal you, and then take actions and audit it daily. So what do I mean by audit? Every day, there's going to be an audit of who you are and what you're doing, right? There's an ideal version of you that you know is supposed to be. Every day, you need to audit your energy, your attention, and your time. Are you aligning yourself with who you're supposed to be? Are you doing what's necessary to become the version of you that you're becoming? Are you acting upon the ideas that you have? What are you doing with your time? Every day there's supposed to be a planner. It has all the time of the day, either by intervals of an hour, 30 minutes, or 15 minutes. And you need to write down exactly what you did during that time. For me, when I first realized that I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do, I was sleeping, I was smoking, I was chilling, I was relaxing, and then I probably got like 1 hour of work done. And I looked at the schedule, this audit, and I was like, wait a minute. If this is what I'm trying to become, and this is what I have to show for my day-to-day actions, I'm never going to be this person because my actions doesn't align with it. My thoughts don't align with it. My behavior, my environment doesn't align with this. So I had to change that. And then here's the thing. You get caught up in loops, identity loops. There's a lens in how you see the world, and that lens dictates how you think, feel, and behave. And those things dictate your results. And then those results either update or reinforce the identity you already have. So the next time you get that cue, you're going to keep going through the same thing, or you're going to change it based off the update or the reinforcement. Okay, so rebuilding identity coherence. You need to have so much clarity in dubious clarity and absolute desire for who you're becoming. It has to be so much meaning behind who you are and not necessarily what you've been. Don't hold yourself back or restrain yourself based off what your past expectations or your past experiences were. Go based off who you can become potentially, and make sure that your thoughts align with that, your emotions align with that, your actions align with that. Every single day, there's a version of you out there inside of you that literally knows what to do, acts on it consistently, no problems. But the issue is you haven't believed that that's possible for you. You haven't identified or aligned with that identity yet. Again, a ship changed by 1 degree after a certain time frame or a certain distance will be in the completely wrong direction. You want to make sure you're in the right direction. The wrong changes and no changes will only make your life worse, but the right changes will improve your life. This is how we get the right changes. All right, so ask yourself these questions. Where am I inconsistent with my ideal self? I'm going to say it again. Where am I inconsistent with my ideal self? What behavior contradicts my identity? And you do this by checking out the audit and seeing, okay, if this is my ideal self, these are the things I'm supposed to be doing, this is what I know I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm not doing it. Now you got to audit yourself and change that, right? So now you got to schedule time and actually hold yourself accountable to it. And that audit will hold you accountable because it'll reveal to you right in your face. It'll give you that awareness. But awareness is only half the battle. Motivation is only half the battle. Not even a half the battle. Not even a fraction of it. So the lies people tell themselves is, I need more discipline. I need more motivation. That's false. You don't need that. Get rid of that narrative out of your head. What you truly need is to realize that you're already becoming someone. You're just not in control of it. And if you want to control it, this is what you got to do. Okay? Thank you for tuning in today. I'm H for the Life Coach. If you like this content, subscribe, like, comment, share with your best friend. As always, stay blessed and stay beautiful. Peace.